Yo, what's up guys, this is Happy Now with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video, and today I'm gonna be showing you again the Dragonhunter and why, in my opinion, it is the best build ever that you can play and that you probably should play. So I had on my games the last days, I had two really good games, but of course you won't believe it, I haven't recorded them. Here I was just watching if really someone of those people is on legendary, but they just trash talking a little bit. I thought it would be cool to have a video against legendary players, but yeah, never mind. I just realized after the game started that we have double support, the Tempest support and engineer, a scrapper, core ranger and something else. And so you can see it here, I start the game in the middle just because I was expecting the enemies to just attack me probably, and here I just interrupt this guy as long as possible to just make my ally here get the close point fully capped, going here with some CC, and I just realized it again a little bit too late that the burning just was dealing so much damage. And here what I'm doing, as a lot of you might already see, I'm just trolling around a little bit with those players, dodging here, getting first my stability, dodging one more time, and then going for some movement abilities again here, interrupting the other guy and holding my shield up a little bit so I can just get rid of the Mesmer's attacks. And this guy just had so much luck that he applied this stupid burning and my healing triggering a little bit too slow. But as I was on cooldown for 1 second. I would have died later on anyways, but still. Meanwhile my team has the double cap, which they lose the far point really badly. And now that I showed it to you here one more time, going back, what happens here is my Tempest dies, but my team is still able to get another kill therefore. And my team is, meanwhile, while I'm 1v2ing, they have the upper hand in a 4v3 situation. Of course they lost one guy, but they are winning this. And now what should have happened is the Mesmer or the Ranger should have gone close and hold this point. And now the Mesmer is a little bit too late with rotation. And what happens here, what I have done, just keeping two people busy. And I was also trying to keep the Weaver here busy, but this Ranger on my team just making a huge mistake by joining me here. He could have stayed on mid and grant my team another kill because he was playing some DPS build, core DPS build, and rotational wise this was the first mistake that my team did. Yeah, from here on it got a little bit tricky because I saw one guy on my team close dead, I guess against the Deadeye, and me joining close would have made not so much sense because I would not be able to revive against this, because Deadeye stealing a lot of boons and stuff would make no sense. So I decided again to go far because I knew they have one guy in respawn, and again I'm holding here at least for a few seconds two people busy, and now I have a 1v1 against this Weaver. And you can see it here, Weaver is pretty strong and has a lot of dodges and really hard to fight in 1v1 situations, but still I try here to give my best. And here I'm getting in a 1v2 again. That's a little bit the mistake from the enemy team, but they saw themselves a little bit, how to say it, in a better position because they had all points decapped. And here I'm just in a awesome 1v2 actually, because it's pretty damn hard. Oh, I dodged a little bit too early, I've seen this. And I mean, you can see it here. When I rewatch my videos, I also see my own mistakes, for the people who don't think that I say that. And here the Scrapper should have not joined me here, but it just seems like the best choice because my team had everything for a few seconds under control. And what I wanted to do is here just let him 1v1 my Scrapper because he will not be able to take him down, so they will just waste some time. And it is good to have a Weaver just being on another point to waste time. Here I tried something really badly to interrupt him, and now I had to make him attack me again, And I somehow had this feeling that I don't need to waste my shield 3 to get this buff. And actually I just got it. Luckily the Mesmer just interrupted with his clone the other guys. This guy dropping down makes it good for us. And you can see it here. The other Weaver seems to be also on that point, and yeah, this Blam Ele guy realized that 1v2ing the Scrapper makes not so much sense, he should move. And then the other guy again gets away, and I just try to keep him a little bit busy so my Scrapper can fully cap this point, and I just saw as well we have a full cap. I tried to kill this guy actually, but my Scrapper was a little bit not able to deal damage. But the good thing was that the Scrapper really had nice survivability, and I just failed here so badly my shield knockback because he would have died if he would have not randomly used his block here, earth block. So I just tried a little bit. I just realized that really my Scrapper is not able to deal any kind of damage, so it made no sense to 1v2 this guy too long, because you can see it here. Meanwhile I could get mid, help my team here on this point, interrupting this guy. Okay, the interrupt came from the ranger, going in with the healing wings and shield 3. This is also again something really important to see for the people who don't know it. This guy died, I wanted to heal him. I go with my wings, give him I would have removed conditions better said, and then here with the shield 3 I block the attacks from the Weaver, not from the Deadeye per se, but the Deadeye was pretty low, so he would have not been able to do anything. And here the next thing, which is really interesting to watch, I'm getting attacked. The other guy here, the other Weaver, joins mid, and I see that he's pretty low. And I just realized that he used his dodge, and I immediately go back, fail my longbow 3, but with a longbow 2 auto attack I'm able to get him, and therefore just quickly finish him. And you can see this here, it goes so fast. This is just reaction time, by the way. Yeah, the other Weaver was a little bit playing some other builds. He was not so tanky than this Blam Ele. And what else can I say? Yeah, the game was just I would say like mediocre, but it is just a good example to show you that my Dragonhunter build is pretty strong. And why that? Because you saw 1v2 against 2 Weavers, and it is pretty rough to 1v2, especially if they play those burning and damage builds and with a lot of CCs and stuff. And here I wonder, because I used my spear directly after he evaded and it was not hitting, which was really bad. I tried to, yeah, and that's just what I wanted to do. I knocked this guy down so he can't join on our close, and my team is on a 3v3 or how much, 3v2 on close I guess, or 3v4, I don't know, something like that. And here 1v1 against the Weaver, what's his name, Mirage, getting joined by the Hollow, but I'm getting a little bit support from my Scrapper, using my elite skill because I was thinking that he would use his elite skill. Yeah, pretty insanely avoiding that. Pretty nice. The other guy is dead, and we got this pretty easily, I guess. The game was, I don't know how to say it, the enemy team was doing a little bit better work with the rotation, but we just were able to beat them in the team fights a little bit better, which really don't happen that many times when I play ranked arena games. For me, the worst part about ranked arena games is just to do team fights, because people don't know how to team fight. For example, here as well, I just interrupted him and there was no follow CC after he stun braked. Just as an example. With a Power Revenant or something, we would have got this pretty easily. I try here to just damage him so he jumps down, and he jumped down from himself, so that was not so great for him. Laying down a trap here in the midpoint because I wanted to interrupt people when they want to melee combat those people, using my Mace 3 to interrupt him from getting a stability, and then my goal was just to CC this guy until he dies, and my CC not allowing him to use his healing skill. And then here some auto attacks trying to keep him busy, but I see that it makes more sense for me to go ahead and go on the other nodes. And you can see this here as well against Dead Eyes, which is like the profession that is just there to, yeah, use, how to say it, shitty things to win, like one shot and stuff like that, which requires no skill. And Deathfire is of course one of the best pro gamers with this. Here I just try to interrupt, and you can see this longbow 5, the end attack deals heavy damage. It dealt like 6k damage, which is pretty nice. And I was waiting for someone to join me here. I just had to write this because that was just insane. Those 1v2s that I played were just awesome. Laying down a trap here if someone trying to go far, or better said on mid. And then I just go for the far point because I knew if this guy gets on respawn he will get mid or far, and for me it would make more sense to immediately go and decap the enemy far point, because yeah, either I would have 1v1 the other guy, which I would have for sure won. And you can see this one guy stealthed up. I go with my trap. I would have normally attacked, but I was not so sure if he would try and 1v1 me or jump down. And as I was right, he was jumping down, so not wasting my skills. It's always a little bit what could the enemy player do. Here I just waited a little bit. Maybe he would have stealthed a little longer, so I could have lost this. Here I just kick him down to maybe get maybe get the buff, but the mesmer is also here. He just interrupts me, so I get my stability. And an awesome dodge again. Those random dodges just killing me so hard. Overall, Mirage should be like a counter. It is hard to fight them, and I was here almost about to die because I was not focusing at all. And that just was basically it. I'm about to rank up because I started with some 1500 rating again, and I was really watching here because I saw this this Deathfire, the Deadeye, he's always like playing 300 games or even more within a month, and he makes it somehow into plat 3 and stuff. And this this Holosmith is also high rank player, but yeah, I wasn't seeing any of those names here. That was really funny to check a little bit. I got top set damage, which is like basically the one that you will get, and defense probably. Offense not so much, but defense. And also a few times you will get healing. Top stat. So let's go with the build then. The build is still the same, and believe it or not, but don't watch this other guy who says the best Dragonhunter build video something. I don't have nothing against this guy, but someone showed me this video and I just had to laugh because Greatsword and Blade Trap, what's the name of it again? Blade Trap and Greatsword on a Dragonhunter makes no sense. I would beat this guy even without using my elite for sure if he plays this this build. Because Dragonhunter is made with the trap. Without trap you should just play like DPS without any traps, as I made a video a long time ago. So Sigil of Intelligence with Sigil of Annulment on the longbow. With the longbow 3 I can interrupt, blind, remove 2 boons and heavily crit. Sorry for that, but my voice is about to be gone. Then the next is Sigil of Agility with Sigil of Energy. Both synergize really nice with the Mace and Shield because you will get more endurance with the Sigil of Energy, and Sigil of Agility allowing you to apply your symbol too with the Mace immediately, and also get some auto attacks, which is pretty nice. And the Swiftness is also nice to have. Marauder Amulet, the one and only amulet that you can use as a Dragonhunter because you have not so much HP. Rune of Strength, my main rune, because every time if you block attacks, which can be with deflecting shot, shield block, yeah, and mace 3 block with Aegis, and with your shield F3 virtue, you will block each one attack. Better said, for each 1 second you can get 2 stacks of might that you block something. So you stack a little bit of might most of the times. And of course with the Spear of Justice, which will give you also 3 stacks of might, you will probably have like around 5 stacks of might most of the times. Then Valor, Virtues and Dragonhunter, my main build. Smiter's Boon, and I will explain it just quickly for the people who don't know it. Meditation skills gain reduced recharge, give you 2k healing and grant you 4 seconds of fury. And this one, Smiter's Boon, is when I use my healing skill, I will activate Smite Condition, which has a 16 seconds cooldown on the healing skill for whatever reason. It will just apply damage to enemies if I have conditions, and also without conditions, but with conditions double the amount. And it will remove 2, give me extra healing, so I will have like 6 or 7k healing, and of course the fury again and condition removal. Then Stalwart Defender, shield skills can reduce recharge, you have a little bit extra toughness, and therefore you can use your shield's abilities more often. Monk's Focus, I have to drink some water, guys, because my voice is about to be gone. Okay. Sorry. Monk's Focus, meditation skills heal you, grant fury nearby allies to you and nearby allies, and gain reduced recharge. That's just what I explained a little bit earlier, even though it's this straight line. Then on Virtues, the main ones, Unscathed Contender, if I say it right. While you have Aegis, you have 20% damage bonus. So keep that in mind when you engage in a combat with your True Shot. Try to keep Aegis up before you join a fight. True Shot with Aegis, immediately 20% damage bonus, or how I do it with the Spear first, and then True Shot, which means I use my Spear, I reveal the enemy target, I make him probably dodge, and I gain 3 stacks of might, and from the might the 5% damage bonus, so basically 25% damage bonus, and True Shot can hit pretty hard afterwards. Absolute Resolution, giving you additional healing, because normally you have 100 or 200 healing every 3 seconds, now you have 315, and you will remove additionally when you use your wings 3 conditions from you and nearby allies. Indomitable Courage, your stability refresh will be 30 seconds instead of 45, and you will grant yourself and nearby allies 4 seconds of stability when you use your Shield of Courage. Then Dragonhunter, Piercing Light, traps can reduce recharge and slow enemies. We use 2 traps, one is on the build itself, and then Test of Faith, the main trap. Hunter's Determination is your lifesaver in many situations, because if you get CC'd before you grant yourself stability, this will automatically trigger. It will grant you for 5 seconds stability, cripple enemy players, slow them, and lay down 3 fragments of Aegis, where you can walk inside of them and grant yourself Aegis and block 3 attacks. In theory, but it just bugs a lot of times, as I've seen. Then the next is hello, Heavy Light, deflecting shot knockbacks enemies. So basically this trait here explained is when you knock back enemy players or pull them, you will grant yourself for 6 seconds stability, and thus this can trigger every 10 seconds. And this means with deflecting shot, with your spear, or with the shield 5. That's just the basic ones. Yeah. Shield of absorption, pretty nice. The good thing about the Dragonhunter is, with this longbow and with the shield, that you can interrupt enemy healing skills. I was talking a little bit about here, no, just showing you the skills. The Dragonhunter, the strength of this Dragonhunter is the CCs. You can interrupt enemy players by using elite skills, healing skills, and so on. And here I show you also a little bit the skins. Renegade Cask, Luminous and Bounty Hunter and Pyre Gloves, and then Shadow skins with Dwayna Light Backpack. So guys, enough talked I guess, because my voice is really fucked up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, tell me your opinion about my Dragonhunter build, and maybe you have seen this other guy with a greatsword build. Just tell him that my build is the best ever and not his. No, not just joking, because I know that my build is much stronger. So guys, that was basically it. As always, 3 of my other videos, and of course you can subscribe to my YouTube channel only if you like to. If not, don't do it. That was Happy No, the Dragonhunter God, and I see you on my next videos. Bye bye all, and have a good one.